Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Handika. Lots of us have the wrong opinion about translator and interpreter, which make them interpreted interchangeably, and many of us think that interpreter is the same as translator. So, to straighten out this assumption, I will try to explain in this video. The definition of translation is the process of translating the written language from the source language to the target language. So, translation to give the meaning of something said or written in another language. Meanwhile, the definition of interpretation is the process of translating the spoken language from the source language to the target language. So, interpretation to showing and explaining the meaning of something either word or by artistic performance. Then, someone who does translation is called a translator, while someone who does the interpreting is called interpreter. When performing an interpretation, there are several types of interpreting service depending on the nature of your project or event. The kind of interpreting service you will need can change different types or modes of interpreting, and when you will need each of them. This is perhaps the most well-known mode of interpreting service in an ideal setting, simultaneous. Interpreting will take place in soundproof booth. The interpreter will sit in the booth talking into a microphone while he or she clearly listens to answer the speaker this way. The interpreter will simultaneously translate from the source language to the target language. Meanwhile, listener will be hearing the interpretation via wireless headset. This type of interpreting service is often used in multilingual conference where two or more languages are being used to conduct speeches or discussion. Whispered interpreting is a variation of simultaneous interpreting. In this type of interpreting service, the interpreter is seated or standing among the people that need the interpretation, and interpret simultaneously directly into their ears. Whispered interpreting can only be used for individual or small groups of people sitting or standing close together. It is used mainly in bilateral meetings or groups where only some of the people involved don't share a common language. In consecutive interpreting, the speaker is required to pause to allow interpretation. The interpreter listens to the speech and renders it at the end in a different language. Consecutive interpreting can be carried out in long or short segments depending on the interpreter preference. In consecutive interpreting, interpreters rely mostly on their memory. However, for long speeches, they will use note-taking technique to help them remember all the main points. Consecutive interpreting greatly enhances accuracy. However, it takes much longer than other types of interpreting service. In bilateral interpreting, the interpreter will act as mediator between two people or groups of people by interpreting each party's speech. He or she must therefore constantly switch between one language and another. This type of interpretation is the most commonly used in business meetings, interview, or negotiation involving few participants. In bilateral interpreting, the interpreter may also act as guide during tourist activities and visits to business or factories. Next, I will try to interpreting a video. Let's check it out.
Hey, yo, check this out.
My name is Brittany Sky, and I'm a DJ, and I'm transitioning into a full-time artist and producer.
Namanya ialah Brittany Sky. Ia merupakan seorang DJ atau penyiar. Brittany juga bertransisi menjadi artis dan produser penuh waktu.
I was working at Hot 97 for a while. That's where I learned a lot about what goes on behind the scenes in music. I would tell the host of the show, who's about to break and who's about to, pop off. And I was like, wow, like I should really consider DJ.
Brittany bekerja di stasiun radio Hot 97 untuk sementara waktu. Menurutnya, di sana ia belajar banyak tentang apa yang terjadi di balik layar dalam musik. Brittany akan memberitahu pembawa acara yang akan istirahat dan siapa yang akan keluar. Kemudian, Brittany pun ingin menjadi DJ.
Hey, yo, check this out.
I would just like bug my friends that were DJs. I would be like, can I come over? And they'd start teaching me and they'd fall asleep and I'd be up till 4 in the morning just practicing what they showed me.
Menurut Brittany, ia hanya ingin mengganggu teman-temannya yang sudah menjadi DJ. Tetapi teman-temannya justru mulai mengajarinya hingga larut malam. Kemudian Brittany terbiasa bangun tidur jam 4 pagi untuk mempraktikkan apa yang telah diajarkan teman-temannya.
DJing has taken me all over the world. I have DJed in Tokyo, Paris, Hong Kong. I've DJed in Bermuda in a cave.
Brittany berkata, DJ telah membuatnya berkeliling ke seluruh dunia, mulai dari Tokyo, Paris, Hong Kong, dan Bermuda.
I've opened up for some of the biggest artists I grew up listening to. I'm really grateful for those opportunities because seeing the world through that kind of lens just helped me open up my catalog and just see what other genres of music get the people moving.
Brittany sangat berterima kasih karena telah berkesempatan melihat dunia secara luas, sehingga menambah pengalaman dan pengetahuan terhadap genre musik lainnya yang membuat orang-orang bergerak.
Me being able to control the room, like I'm setting the tone for the party in the room, that is just like a thrilling feeling, like I can't explain it.
Menurutnya, ia bisa mengatur suasana ruangan dengan cara mengatur nada untuk suatu pesta di ruangan tersebut. Hal itu membuatnya berdebar.
Young people, you guys have the world at your fingertips. As long as you have access to a computer, you can do anything.
Brittany berkata, dunia ada di ujung jari Anda. Selama Anda memiliki akses ke komputer, Anda dapat melakukan apapun.
What I'd want to be remembered by is the person that let girls know it's okay to pursue your creative passion. That it's okay to chase your dreams in a male-dominated industry.
Brittany juga berkata bahwa seorang gadis tidak apa-apa bila hendak mengejar minat kreatifnya, mengejar impiannya, walaupun bila masih didominasi laki-laki.
And if you're confident in yourself and you believe in yourself and give it your all, you can really do anything.
Jika Anda percaya diri dan memberikan segalanya, Anda dapat melakukan apa saja. Alright, that's all I can share about interpreting. I hope that it can be useful. Thank you.